What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is AidenTheCanadian, and as some of you may have known, the open beta for Modern Warfare has just ended. It ended on Monday, and I got a chance to play it last week on PlayStation and this week on PC. Now, I want to say that I do actually really enjoy this game, but there are some things that I don't like about it. So that's going to be the topic for today's video, the top 3 things that I didn't like about the Modern Warfare beta. So my first issue with the game is that the beta's audio was a little hit or miss. Now I used the same headphones for both PC and PlayStation gameplay, but on PlayStation I seem to have a lot more clarity. I could hear people better, I could hear footsteps, gunshots, things like that. On PC it was a little wacky. I don't really know how to explain it. The audio mix seemed to be off, and other people have reported that they've tried different audio settings, headphone settings, things like that, and on all consoles, all headphone ranges from Astros to Turtle Beaches, people were having problems. So it was definitely, something within the game. It wasn't our headphones that were bugging out, but the audio mix would be fairly unbalanced to the point where gunshots were just weirdly sounded, and the audio was good. The sounds themselves sound really clear, the guns sound really cool, they sound solid when you fire them, but the audio mix, everything seems to just be a little bit off, which throws me off when I'm trying to focus and, play the game and try to get those kills. I can't hear properly, I don't know how they're going to fix it, and that's an issue because I don't know if they can identify that issue within a month before release. We're going to have to wait and see. My second issue with the game was that there was a lot of connectivity issues. Now, for the first weekend on PlayStation, there were a lot of issues when you're trying to join friends. I tried to join my friends, it wouldn't work. You couldn't even connect to them. I'm glad they fixed the issue, but during the second weekend, a lot more connectivity issues seemed to become more apparent. A lot of servers were either misreading the pings or just giving terrible connections. And, you can say, oh, it's a beta, it doesn't really matter, they can fix it, but these are Activision servers that we're talking about. These aren't, EA servers. They're Activision servers, they're usually pretty top-notch, so there's not really an excuse for why these issues were happening, and I really, really hope that they can straighten these out by launch, or else there's going to be a lot of problems, because I remember Advanced Warfare launched with huge connectivity issues, and a lot of people just dropped the game, they didn't want to play it again. So I really hope that, to keep the player base happy, Infinity Ward can straighten out these connectivity issues so everyone can have a good launch weekend and keep players hooked in. So the third and final thing that I didn't like about the game was the pacing of it. Now, I do like the pacing of the game, which sounds weird. I'm a Battlefield player, I play Rainbow Six Siege. I'm used to a slower first-person shooter. I'm fine with that. But I don't think it has a place in Call of Duty. It was a fun game. It's fun, I enjoyed my time playing it, but Call of Duty is not typically a slower shooter. If I wanted to play a slower shooter, I would have chosen Rainbow or Battlefield. But when you're playing Call of Duty, you kind of expect this fast-paced action, and the beta didn't deliver because the playstyle that you have to adapt to is so slow and tactical. It's fun, but not fun if you're a Call of Duty veteran. So if you've played Call of Duty since, Modern Warfare 2, this is going to be a solid change, and you might not like it. That's why a lot of people didn't like it, was because it was too slow for them. I was fine with it, playing it, but I'd rather have a faster Call of Duty and have things that improve with a faster Call of Duty, instead of changing the entire game so that it plays slower and tactically. I'd rather just have, another fast-paced, solid Call of Duty game, because for the past few years, we haven't had great Call of Duty games. They've all been mediocre, but we really need a fast-paced shooter that we can all just have fun with. There's not a lot of wacky class setups in this game. There's not akimbo pistols or, crossbows. Throwing knives, there are throwing knives, but they're not very viable. And that's part of what makes Call of Duty fun, is that you can jump into a game and use whatever class setup you want, and you'd be able to have fun and do good with it. In this game, it's a little bit different. You need to have certain attachments to perform well. You need to check your corners. The lighting is also really weird, but it's just a weird shift. I'm not saying I hate it, but I play Call of Duty for the fast gameplay. I don't play it for the slow gameplay. I'll go play Rainbow if I'm feeling, that I want to play tactically. And it's hard, because you divide the community into people that wanted change and got it, and didn't want change, and now they're stuck with a new Call of Duty that is slow, and it's a hard change of pace from running around corners and no scoping people to sitting in a building, opening up a door, peeking out of it. It's just a hard change for a lot of players to go through. As I said, I'm fine with these changes, but we'll have to see if the community eventually warms up to the idea of a slower Call of Duty. So those are my top 3 complaints about the Modern Warfare beta. If you agree or disagree, let's have a discussion down in the comments section below. This has been AidenTheCanadian. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.